Well, alright. That ain't how Matthew McConaughey says it. I just took what he did and made it something different. What's going on, guys? My name is Pete, but you might have already known that, but in case you didn't, welcome to the PTD Vlogs, day number 396, a live stream-based vlogging channel where I talk about things in my personal life, but usually more so like talking things about delivery, GrubHub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, all that stuff, but you guys probably already knew that. But anyways, guys, today we are going to set a thumbs up goal of, you guessed it, 96 likes. I got 96 likes, but I don't know, you remember the song? I don't want to say inappropriate stuff. I'm trying to keep this nice for the kids, for the families, you know what I mean? These people got kids, and I'm trying to be nice here. So I'm going for 96 likes, so if it doesn't say 96 likes down below, be sure to smash that like button, keep that positivity at an all-time high. And on top of that, if you do not want to hear my shout-outs, feel free to fast forward this to about 2.5 minutes in, and that's that. So, let's do some quick shout-outs. We got Kelsey Burris Sr., Mr. Matt Banks, Pashon Barber, excuse me, Mrs. Teddy B, William Carnley, Kendra Commodore, the Commodore 64, or that group, the Commodores from the 50s. What's up, Frank Kersey, Robert C. Danner, Tony Tones is back, Joe Drive for You, Idaho, Larry Crow Jr., Isidro Castillo Bololo, hi from Rhode Island. What's up, Rogue Gamer and Sovereign Renaissance and Eric Joaquin? What's up? We got the whole crew here. Minus Nancy Zerza, UDM, and Team LMDU, but those people are probably out working hard. Sparkly Ann, what's up? All right, let's talk. So, what the hell's been going on lately, right? It just seems like every day there's just some new update. There's something going on with GrubHub. And to be perfectly honest with you, I really don't have an answer for you. But if I had to make a theory, if I had to make an educated guess, okay? B. Dolomite, I don't know if I should be happy to hear that or creeped out to hear that, but as long as you're having a good time, who am I to argue, right? So anyway, what the hell's been going on? In my opinion, it seems Dolomite, there you go, or Dolomite, I don't know. But anyway, it appears to me that the new year is coming. You know, the new year is coming, and I hate to say it, but I feel like GrubHub is kind of rolling with the punches and keeping it cliche and saying, new year, new me, okay? I have never once said that because personally I feel that you don't need to wait until the new year to make changes to benefit yourself. You know what I mean? Yes, Tony, TMI, 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 big time. But it's different for businesses, okay? Because businesses have quarterly profits, you know? So from January to, was it February, March, you know, January, February, March, and then April, May, June, July, August, September, or whatever. You know, I believe they do it with the seasons or whatever, you know, the quarterly marks. So it's, you know, every quarter, every year is a big deal, and they're trying to make as many changes as possible to increase their profits, keep customers happy, and I guess try to keep the drivers happy too. But the problem here is you're never gonna make everybody happy, but at the end of the day, without customers, we don't get paid. You know what I mean? And I know that GrubHub talks about, well, hey, if there's no orders, we'll pay you the hourly minimum guarantee. But the flip side to that is, hey, guess what? You take the hourly guarantee, you're gonna get put on schedule restriction, which they don't tell you. Like, I was just on the Facebook group the other night, and somebody posted his pay summary saying, woo, made free money, no deliveries. And I just put, as a comment, everyone was like talking about it, I just put, be careful of schedule restriction, and a bunch of people thumbed up my comment within like the hour. And I was like, dude, you know, like, this is not okay. I feel so bad for new drivers to the platform, because I remember when I first found out that there was an hourly guarantee, I'm like, hey, I get to get paid by the hour, whether I get orders or not, sign me up. But back then, you were able to do it. I remember the days when my market was slow as all hell. I remember just sitting at home, just watching TV, waiting for orders, and they never came in. I'd be like, okay, I made 20 bucks, no problem, you know? And then I would finish up for the day with $20, you know, because why try and stay online and milk the system? But there are some people in some of these markets just letting it roll, you know, and that's why I believe that they started closing down a lot of the smaller markets. you know. I did not yet, Rogue Gamer. Isn't that on Uber Eats, if I'm not mistaken? I've been hearing from a few people about that. But the whole thing here is, I just think that they're trying to cut the fat out as much as they possibly can. You know what I mean? They're trying to increase the profits in any way they can. And I'm telling you right now, with all the drivers, not all, but a lot of drivers doing the cherry picking, you know, it's pissing off a lot of customers. Whether they're actually not tipping or whether they're just doing cash tip and marking that it's going to be a cash tip, so that when the order comes up, it comes up as a $4 order or $3.50 order, and drivers are rejecting those when people might be dropping you a 20 spot cash tip. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you, in my market, there's a lot of the rich people who choose cash tip. You know what I mean? Because, I had to explain it to a few people one time. They were like, you know, I apologize. I said, sir, I'm so sorry the order is so late. And they're like, yeah, what's going on with that? I'm gonna, and I would be like, you know, I want to be honest with you. I only got this order about 10 minutes ago. And he's like, 10 minutes? I ordered 45 minutes ago. And I would have to explain to them. And I'd say, listen, I just want to give you, you know, a little, you know, outside information here. When you don't select a tip in the app, when it pops up for the driver, it looks like they're not getting a tip, so it only shows like $3 or $4, so they're just rejecting it and taking another one, which is well within the terms of service. And people are like, oh my God, I had no idea, because the problem is the customers are not educated on the driver app. You know what I mean? So it's just, the problem is it's lack of information all over the place. You know what I mean? So that's the issue. That's what happens. No, there's no snitching at all, man. It's just, the fact is the customers have to be educated. They have to understand how it works. You know what I mean? Because think about it. It's not that some of these customers are intentionally stiffing you. You know what I mean? Especially when you see, you know, someplace to like a rich area or whatever. You're like, you know, exactly, Tony. You know, I mean, I just feel that the customers need to be informed as well. You know, because think about it. They're spending money, like, just because an order pops up for $3.50 for us, $4, $5, they might be spending $80 or something. You know what I mean? Something crazy like that, and then they're gonna want to give you $20 or $10 or something, or $5. You know, especially when they get mad at you and it's not your fault. Exactly. That's the problem, Shelly. It's just such a new thing. And people just aren't used to it. But I'm telling you right now, if you walked up to 100 people and said, do you know what GrubHub is? Most people would have no clue. No clue. You know, I mean, even one of the parking people, like one of the parking guys that give you tickets, I try and stay on their good side in the city area where I am. I'm not in New York City. I'm in the New York City suburbs, you know, like 30, 40 minutes out. Sparkly Ann, I actually do have a video like that. It's on my channel. I think it's called Attention GrubHub Customers, You Need to See This. I'm wearing a yellow shirt in the thumbnail, but I do have a video about that. I made it like 6 months ago, and it was talking about exactly like this stuff, about how it works. I just wish that it got some more views. But the bottom line is, if you were to ask, what I was saying was, the parking guy, he didn't even know what GrubHub was. I said, hey, did you give me a ticket? And he goes, no. He goes, I saw your car. He goes, what is GrubHub? You know, I said, it's food delivery, like Uber Eats. And he was like, oh, okay. Most people don't even know what the hell it is. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's also our job to inform people about how things work, you know, so they can understand it, so they even have a better experience, you know? Yeah, I have the sign on my dashboard. I mean, whether it helps or it doesn't. I mean, in some cases it has, in other cases it hasn't. It is what it is, you know? But the bottom line here is, GrubHub is making these changes, and it's because it's a brand new year. They're preparing for a brand new year, trying to maximize their profits as much as possible and keep customers as happy as much as possible. Unfortunately, we're just their guinea pigs. We're just the mules, you know? And if we don't want to do the job, let's put it this way, for every 10 drivers they are deactivating, 25 drivers are going to sign up. I don't want to sound like a jerk and say they don't care, but it's just business. It's not personal. You know what I mean? They want people that are going to pick up and drop off efficiently. That's it. Bottom line, you know? And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else, but I know for me, I like to be in and out as fast as possible. An order comes in, I'm at the restaurant, I'm calling the restaurant when I'm on the way there so I can get an ETA on that order, so I know whether I gotta find a parking spot or whether I gotta throw my hazards on real quick, run in and run out. You know, these are all like little things that you start picking up as you're doing this, you know? Like some people might say, well, it's an easy job. You're just picking up orders and dropping them off. Yeah, you are technically, but there's a whole lot more involved. You know what I mean? Like you can make serious money doing this, man. Like you really can make $1,000 a week. And I mean, it's not chump change given the fact that you're delivering food. You know what I mean? So to wrap this whole thing up, GrubHub is making these changes. And they're doing it for their best interest and for the customers and not necessarily us. And that's just the way it is. And I know a lot of people are saying if they were to ever hide the payouts or whatever, kind of like an Uber Eats thing or whatever, that they would leave GrubHub. You know what I mean? It's just like, I get it. I understand it. But GrubHub and DoorDash, to my knowledge, have the highest paying orders out of most of these delivery companies. I think Caviar is pretty good, but Caviar is not everywhere, you know? But yeah, I don't want to rant too long about all the other companies out there. But the fact is, this is what's happening, and we just have to adapt with it. Instead of just throwing our hands up and saying, oh, I'm quitting GrubHub, stick with it. Stick with it. You will find ways to still maximize your earnings. You know what I mean? There's still people out there killing it with Uber Eats. How do we know that GrubHub isn't going to start rolling out promotions? You know what I mean? You got to remember, GrubHub is kind of picking up the slack right now. You know, Uber Eats was first. So GrubHub is still trying to find their way. I mean, look at it. Their app itself looks very old. You know what I mean? But yet, we make more money using it. You know? What's up, General Zombie? You know? So, that's it. I don't want to keep rambling. I keep saying I don't want to keep rambling, and I keep rambling. But my comment question is, do you think that 2019 is going to be a very prosperous year for the drivers, or do you think we're doomed? That's my question. Let me know in the comment section. And we're going for 96 likes for day 396. So if it doesn't say 96 likes down below when you're watching this video, be kind. Please rewind. Keep that positivity flowing and growing. I'd greatly appreciate it. So get that money, get that honey, keep hustling, keep bustling. Subscribe, all that good stuff. And that's it, everybody. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at PaidToDrivePete. All the links are in the description down below. And that's it, guys. Take care. Peace out. Subscribe and hit that like.